Hey guys! Happy Friday. We are live on this beautiful Friday. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray you and your family are super blessed in many, many ways. As the Bitcoin price is, of course, getting a little bounce. Of course, we're getting a bounce right from the setup that we gave yesterday in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And of course, we don't give signals in the Casper Crew, but we do let people know what we're doing and why. I've taken along. Why? Well, because we dipped below the VA. We got a little bit of a bounce. We got bullish divs. We look at the chart. We see the divs. We see bullish divergences. All right? Kind of like this, uneven butt cheeks. Now, what's the Bitcoin price going to do next? It really depends, guys. It really depends. But I will say this, from the short trade that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, from the exact top at 125.885, where I let everybody know I was shorting. Well, of course, we still have the short trade open from the exact top. And the long trade given in the Casper Crew, where I let everyone know I was longing from the exact bottom. These trades are doing pretty good, and honestly, this Bitcoin price action has me feeling crazy. Like that time me and Carl from the Moon went to McDonald's in his Maserati. Or I woke up this morning feeling crazy, feeling juicy. Woke up this morning feeling like I've been up all night drinking coffee, growing my hair out, waiting for that next Bitcoin move. Man, are my teeth missing in this one? I'll tell you, crypto trading will do some crazy stuff to you. Mic check, mic check. How's Mike? Mike looks good. Sounds great. I think the audio's good. We got to give a major shout to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my man Nirvana. Shout out to HFG. God bless you, my man HFG. I love you, man. You're the man. I pray you and your family are doing good, bro. Shout out to Jesse Gellick. Shout out to Crypto Princess. Shout out to D Crypto. Like the new shades. Man, these are some blue light blocking glasses. Because lately, man, I'll be honest with you, I've been a little bit too hyped. All right, I'm trying to keep the light natural here, early morning sunlight, and I'm trying not to let all these blue LEDs penetrate through the iris and the retinas, if you guys know what I mean, okay? So I look like an idiot. I lost my non-red blue light glasses, Shout out to Luz Wikijinjin, who says, I think we have a good chance that we either go up or down today. We did take a poll in the chat. We're going to take a quick look at the poll. Are we going to pump or dump today? 55% say pump, 26% say dump, and 18% say sí, señor. Hola, señor. Me llamo es Jason. Jason. ¿Cómo estás? Ah, muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien. Sí, yo tengo un gato en mis pantalones cortos. It's muy scratchy. Oof. Wow, that's... Oof. It's a weird feeling down there in the pantalones cortos because of that gato. Now, we got to take a look at this Bitcoin price action, man. We are at a very interesting place, man. This is a level we've been talking about for the past few days. Man, if you are not subscribed to the Jason Casper YouTube channel, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. Because we've literally, go back last week when I was making 3-minute videos, giving you guys the step-by-step what was going to happen in advance. Of course, I didn't know it was going to happen. I'm just dealing with probabilities, right? We're talking about the big move up to $120,000, right? Going all the way back to last week here, when we reclaimed, when we were in this area, I'll let you guys know we were going to get a pump up, a little bit of a back test, and a big pump all the way up to 120K. That's exactly what happened. All right. Then we got the big pump up to here in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Short setup given in advance. Short setup taken in real time. All right. Then I've been screaming it from the rooftops. This white line right here, 120.258. This is going to be the key. All right. This is going to be the key. Now, of course, if you're in the Casper Crew, we gave the setup in advance yesterday. We took the trade yesterday. All right. But what's going to happen now? That's the question on everybody's mind. With Bitcoin. We all have it on our mind. We were up all night. We couldn't sleep. Because we were thinking about the Bitcoin chart. We ended up in the bathroom. A sock upon the head to try and calm our nerves. All right? Looking with those glassy eyes into the blue and purple abyss of the Bitcoin charts. What is going to happen next? Well, I'm about to let you guys know. Now, first of all, I think it's very, very important that we clear off the chart and we start afresh. All right, let's start actually on our weekly market cipher B. Weekly market cipher B, if we take a look at the weekly, we can see that there is room for upside here. There is room for upside. I want to make this clear. There is room for upside. All right, now let me be clear. Let me be clear. Now let me be clear. Now let me be clear.
Now let me be clear. I've been dead since 2019, and every time you see me on TV, it's either been a deep fake or a body double. But the science is settled. This is all Trump's fault.
See, the Biden administration, they don't like the fact that Bitcoin pumped, all right? They're blaming Trump for it. It's crazy. This money flow, this momentum wave has room to the upside. When we come to the daily time frame, we are starting to see some bearish divergences form. When we come to the 4-hour time frame, we're also seeing some bearish divergences form. But we're seeing a nice bottom here on market cipher B after we saw a bullish divergence back down here. Okay, bullish divergence back down here, Friday the 26th of September, higher high. Now we're seeing a potential continuation pattern. So this is a battle right now between the higher time frame bearish divs and the lower time frame continuation patterns, as the Bitcoin price is right now back testing. All right, this is key. Back testing the macro value area high. Look at this right here, guys. Look at this. Do you see this wick? Do you see it? Do you see it? See how the wick has penetrated below the blue line and then has closed the candle back above? This, my friends, is what's known as a breakout and a retest. A breakout and a retest. And so far, we're getting that bounce. So last time we got the breakout, guess what? When we came for the retest, but this time, as we come for the back tests, man, we are getting a bounce-a-roni in queso. Now, again, this breakout and back test here is coming on the back of another breakout and back test. Look at this. If we take the last year of price action, this little chunkaroni, this chunky old little chunk of price action here. Hang on, let's unextend it here. Look at this. See the value area high of the previous range. Boop. Breakout back test of this, and this right here, this little range we're in right here. This is either bull flag to pump, or this is going to result in a massive fake out, right? So far, things are looking great. We came for the back test. We made a higher high. We made a higher low. We've made a higher high. And now we're holding above this line. Why is it so important? Because historically speaking, anything above 120,000 US dollars for Bitcoin has been considered overpriced. All right. Ever since July 11th, anything above 120K is considered overpriced by the market, because every time we come up there, we see the market sell. We see profits being taken. We see shorts opening up. They push the price back down into the historically fair value zone, which is between 111 and 120. But this time, on the wings of bullish market structure, we're getting a breakout and a back test. And like I said yesterday, and like I said the day before, and I don't even know what day it is. It's Friday, right? How long have we even been up here? I don't know. All right, I'll tell you. Trading crypto really warps the brain. Okay? You end up looking at crazy pictures of strange dudes at night, and you end up in the bathroom with socks in your head, drinking coffee, looking like a trans non-carbon binary emission gender intersectionality studies graduate from college. And speaking of trans non-carbon binary emission gender studies majors, and yes, this is a real picture of me right after I got my degree, gotta give a major shout out to my man Obama, who spoke at my graduation.
Jason Casper, let me tell you, that man is something else. A true warrior for change. He's the first ever trans non-carbon binary emission gender standards major to ever reach 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. Jason Casper, let me tell you, that man is something.
Man, oh man. There's nothing like the president himself shouting you out at your own graduation. And so, this is going to be a key level. What do we need to look for today? Here's what I'm looking for today, okay? First of all, look, let me just remind you guys, short setup from the exact high, given in advance, given in real time in the Casper crew. Long setup from $120,000, given in advance, taken in real time in the Casper crew, okay? So what I'm giving you now, keep in mind, in the Casper crew, we've been trading this action. We've been making that money here, okay? JasonCasperTrading.com. Click the link to join, all right? Also, I have to remind you, if you want to trade Bitcoin, KCEX, best fees in the world. Look at this, 10% deposit boost with basically no fees. I love KCEX, man. But also, WEEX, we got to give a major shout to WEEX as well, because they're having a 50% futures bonus. Both exchanges have low fees, man. It's the juice. All right, this is a good time for us, for centralized exchanges trading. These centralized exchanges, man, they're fighting for the top. You know, these non-KYC exchanges, they're fighting for your spot. They're giving us some legit good deals, okay? Link in the description, pinned comment. Here's what I'm looking for today, guys. I recognize that this 4-hour market cipher B green dot has the potential to really push us up here, okay? It really does. But again, I would say that, here's what I would say. In the event of another drop to the downside here, I'm still going to be interested in a potential long trade. Why? Because remember, this is such a key level of support, guys. This is a multi-week, almost like a 2-month level support resistance flippity flop floop. And so I'm thinking to myself, you know, what would the market makers want to do here? Well, one thing they would want to do is they would want to fill the wick here, stop everybody out, and then do this. If that happens, guys, we have to recognize that we would have some very bullish looking divergences now on our 4-hour time frame, making this bottom look even nicer. Our 1-hour time frame would have even more bullish divergence in money flow. I mean, yesterday, guys, this bullish divergence here is what really got me into the trade, honestly. Like when I took that trade in the Casper crew, it was mostly the 1 hour that got me into that trade, because the 1 hour was just looking too nice. It was really, I mean, honestly, I mean, it was looking so nice. But we have to think, if we come down for another low and wreck everybody, just be aware at how bullish the chart could look, how bullish the oscillator could look down there, okay? This is one kind of idea that I have for the day, right? When New York opens. Right now, a real sign of strength for this bounce, because we haven't seen a real sign of strength yet, guys. Okay, so actually we have seen a little bit of a sign of strength here. I guess we've had some value area shift, but right now, yeah, so we have seen a little bit of strength, which is we are closing back above the fair value zone here. Our local resistance is going to be 122. So here's something else to be aware of, especially when New York opens in about an hour. We have been building liquidity to the upside here. All right? We've been building liquidity to the upside here. In other words, whenever you start forming a triangle like this, there are stop losses below the lows and above the highs. So just be aware of a New York open, move up to the point of control of the range just to fake everybody out. All right? This is something we really need to be aware of. If we get the fake out, then I am going to be looking for a move below the low with more bullish divergences, or I would be looking for simply just a higher low to come in here to actually add to the long trade, to be honest with you. And that's going to be coming in right around the golden pocket, right around the back test of 120.5. This is the macro value area high. It's the golden pocket. All right. So this does look bullish to me. In the event of a pullback, which probably will give a fake out first to the upside, then we get a pullback. This is place number one where I'd be looking for a trade. And then place number two would be taking the low again with continued bullish divergences. Now, my next target for this trade right here, the one that we're in, the one that we gave the setup for in advance in the Casper crew and let everybody know when we took the trade, just like the short that we gave in advance and let everybody know when we took the trade at JasonCasperTrading.com. You know, my next target for this, guys, is going to be $124.4 thousand. Basically taking out this high back at the top of the range. All right. My next target right now for the open trade I have is, we're looking at a juicy 2.4%. Wow. Wow. Talk about crypto. 2.4%. That's why I don't trade crypto. It's too volatile. I mean, when an asset can move 2% in one day, oh my goodness, that's unheard of. Of course, I'm being facetious, guys. I'm being carsastic over here, right? Some people don't understand carsasm. Carsgasm. Scarcasm. I'm not being sarcastic about my target. I'm being sarcastic about the volatility here. Also, look at how Mark Cypher B is squeezing together here. Looking like we could get another little bit of a pump to the upside. Okay? So, other opportunities, in my opinion, for longs would be flipping the point of control into support, right? Instead of getting a fake out rejection from there, if we flip-floppity-floop that to support, we could look for a move to the upside, right? Basically, when it comes to these trades, what you got to do, guys, is you got to think about the probabilities of things, right? The probabilities of what's likely to happen next, and then wait for an entry, right? So right now, it's not a good place to long. Why? Well, because we have resistance above us with a whole bunch of stop losses that we've been forming since Asia opened. So Asian and London opens and market sessions, we got liquidity there. Okay, I guess you could, here's the thing. If you want to long, you just have to make sure that you have a valid plan, right? So let's say this is your plan. You're targeting $124,000. This is a valid plan. Why? Because you have an entry. You have a reason to enter, which is we've reclaimed the value area low of the range. You have your invalidation, which is these lows, and you have your target, which is the high, right? So you have your risk management on check. You're risking 1 to make 3.6. All right, so whatever trades you take, you need to make sure you have a plan like this. For me, I wouldn't be interested unless we do something like this. Of course, that's because I'm already long from down here, right? So of course I'm not interested in longing this. But yeah, my next actually long trade opportunity would be something like this, right? Or, like I said before, it would be something like this, coming down to the lows. And then looking for some bullish signs to get in, okay? Now, if we cannot come above 122, well, oh well, then we're gonna come back down for the low. And remember, this $120,000 level here is so key. If we lose this, guys, if we lose 120,000, then I'm going to be ultra bearish because remember, the high time frames do have potential bearish divergences. Those bearish divergences right now are unconfirmed, like our 2-day. But here's the deal, if we're losing $120,000, then these bearish divergences are going to confirm. And not only are they going to confirm, but we've just seen a fake out of this key resistance, right? So we're closing daily, 2 daily candles underneath that level. I'm no longer bullish. The reason I'm bullish right now is because we're bouncing from that level and because the lower time frames are showing us bullish signals, okay? Which make me think we can get a move back to at least $124,000-ish, right? As soon as we lose that, I'm going to change. I'm going to flip-flop. Why? Because I'm a flip-flopper? No. Because we have to understand what is most probable. If we lose this, most probable is we come back down to around 114-ish $1,000 Fibonacci golden pocket. I mean, we have a few ways along the road. First of all, 117 is going to be key. But then we're looking at 111 to 114 between the golden pocket and the 786, back down at the bottom of the range, which is going to be coming in, right around here, okay? See, we lose the top of the range, we expect to move to the bottom of the range. We lose the top of the range, we expect to move to the bottom of the range. We reclaim the bottom of the range, we expect to move to the top of the range. That is what is most probable. And most of the time, that is what happens. If we break out of a range, we backtest as support. As long as we are holding that level, objectively speaking, the probabilities say higher is likely. Even though we have a potentially bearish divergence here, and here's why. We still have 1 day and 12 hours, a day and a half, before this red dot confirms, which means these lower time frame signals, the bullish 4 hour, the bullish 1 hour, have time to now give us some power to the upside, which will invalidate these bearish signals, right? So when it comes to trading, The first thing you look at is the level. Then you look at your indicator. Indicator's the last thing, right? By the way, guys, if you want to learn more about this, I have a free course. Check it out. Go to playlists on my YouTube channel, or even just go to videos, honestly. I have a free course, 18 sessions, teaching you exactly how to trade. And not only do I teach you how to trade, but I even wear a golden wig of beautiful hair, as you can see here. Okay? You can tell I know what I'm talking about because of the hair, all right? That's how you can tell, right? A true online guru always has long hair. It's just, I don't know what it is. You know, they always have long hair. Everyone went through that phase. Pretty sure even Alex Becker went through that phase. Did Alex Becker ever have long hair? If not, he probably should. Then we'll know he's a real guru, all right? Now, yeah, so that's pretty much what we're looking at for Bitcoin. Now, keep in mind, I'm trading two ideas at the same time. I am trading the bearish idea of this, right? Basically, guys, last week on Friday, I think it was Friday, when we came up here, right? And we made this double top, and I looked at Market Cipher B, and I saw, oh man, the momentum waves are getting lower. The money flow is coming out, and this is our third spike. All right, that 3 spike pattern, 1, 2, 3, with the bearish divergences heading into a weekend. Oh wait, sorry, that was Monday. I'm confused because Tuesday was man, I am so confused right now. Monday night, Tuesday was the first day of Sukkot, so it felt like a weekend for me. Okay, it was a Monday. I never know what day it is, guys. I really don't. Okay. This really, it is the beginning of a top-ish signal, especially when combined with the 2-day bearish divergence. So I'm still trading this bearish idea. All right, I've still got the short trade open here. It's up. You can see about $7,900 in profit. I already locked in about $2,500. I'm trading the bullish idea, bouncing from the value area low. And here's the thing: I've already locked in money on the long trade as well. So I'm trading both ideas at the same time. I've already made money, guaranteed to make money on these trades. All right, worst case scenario with these trades, I've already made 15 grand. All right, so I put myself in a position where I'm guaranteed to have made $15,000. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's like 3 months of that's 3 months of good living for me. I don't know about y'all. All right, but out here we live pretty poor out here on the farm. I'll be honest with you, you know, we try and keep our expenses low out here. $5,000 a month, that's some good living for us, honestly. That's some good living out here. You know, when you grow your own food, you raise your own animals, when you're off the grid, when you produce your own electricity, when you got a well, you got your own water, ain't no water bill, right? Ain't got no debt, you know, ain't got no bills to pay besides the internet and the cell phone. A few other things, you know. You can just live a nice, peaceful life out here on the farm. But, yeah, so that's the worst case scenario. But whichever one wins out now, that's the one that's really going to be the moneymaker here, right? Whether long or short. Now, I'm hoping for long, but I'm open for short. Why? Well, because we are heading to that time in the 4-year cycle when the top tends to be in. You know, and I don't want the top to be in, but every time we make a new high and we're printing these bearish divergences, it's like, could this be the one? And we do have to acknowledge the fact, too, that this time is different. All right, when we look at the bull run so far, every single time we have a breakout, let's put this on log scale, right? Every time we have a breakout, man. Like, look at this. I mean, this is crazy, right? We break out the range, boom! There's no questioning whether we're broke out, right? We form another little range, we break out, boom! You know what I'm saying? We form a little range, we break out, boom! You know what I'm saying? This time we break out, it's like, whoop! You know? Actually, I was looking at the wrong time frame. What an idiot, guys. This is why you should like and subscribe. You're getting the most unprofessional, idiotic analysis ever. I'm talking about these ranges. Boom, big breakout, no question. This range. Boom, big breakout, no question. This range. Boom, big breakout, no question. This range. Boom, big breakout, no question. This range, Here we go. Whoop. It's like when you're doing a set of squats to failure. Heavy barbell back squats. No rack. No spotter arms. Okay? And each rep is getting harder and harder. The form is breaking down. More and more lower back is being used. Forward lean, more. You're basically good morning your squats with this heavy weight. All the load is on the lower back. And you just can't get it up that last time. You're trying as hard as you can. You don't have a spotter. The bar is just in a bad position. You can't pull it off your back. You don't know what you're going to do. You're trying as hard as you can, and then boom, you fall down. Oh my goodness. That's what it's like. All right? We're lifting weights to failure. All right? You got to lift weights to failure, man. That's the only way. You know, what would Mike Mentzer say? You know, I trade Bitcoin. Whenever I'm in a Bitcoin trade, I think to myself, what would Mike Mentzer say? He would say, give it everything you got. You know? Mike Mentzer would be 100x leverage, full account, just once a week. Just once a week. You know, you got to recover in between. You know what I'm saying? Mike Mentzer, just one trade a week, 100x to failure. All right? As opposed to Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. He comes in here every single day taking trades. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Mentzer, man, he has glasses. He sounds smart when he talks. And he's jacked. You got to believe the guy. So, that's where we're at with Bitcoin, man. We hold this, juicy pump. All right? We lose this, big juicy dump. All right? Hold, pump, lose, dump. Now make sure to go ahead and smash up the likes, guys, because honestly, yeah, shout out to J-Boy Boys. Just lift it with a jerking, twisting motion. That's the best way if you want those real hospital bill gains. We got a super chat in the house. Javier, he says, hey, bro, is it possible to get some classes from White Phoenix? Is that Phoenix or is it Pahoenix? White Pahoenix? Yeah, man, White Phoenix, he has a course. He has a whole course. Go to courses on the website. The White Phoenix course, one of the most comprehensive courses in the world. In fact, check it out, man. $400, I think it's totally worth it. He's giving you a juicy discount. Look, it was $800. He's giving you half price. All right, he's giving you half price here. $400. This is, I mean, this is so much content here. Wow. Look at all this, all these videos here. You know, this is crazy stuff. Honestly, this is such a gold mine of information, guys. This stuff here, the amount of information that you get for the price, I don't think there's anything on the internet that is this comprehensive for this price. I have literally paid like $1,200 for like 6 videos that basically teach you about how to trade a pullback, which basically doesn't teach you crap. Man, White Phoenix, a self-made trading expert, all right, professional trader. I'm pretty sure this guy's like me, an unemployed bum that trades Bitcoin. Actually, he doesn't just trade Bitcoin, he trades a whole bunch of stuff, all right? But, yeah. I love being a burnout, you know? I love when I meet new people. And they're like, what do you do? I'm like, well, I stay at home all day, like, surfing the web, you know? Just surfing the web, you know? And I always look like a total bum when I meet people, too. I'm never well kept in public. Never. If I have to wear a nice shirt, it's all wrinkled. Not tucked in, all wrinkled everywhere. I haven't ironed it. Don't know how to iron it. Don't care if it's ironed. All right. Same with the pants. I have like one pair of nice pants. I never wash them. I wear them once a year when I have to go somewhere, and then I shove them in the dresser sock drawer, and they get all crumpled up. Come out here looking like a dang bum. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I never really cared about clothes. You know? Who cares about clothes, man? Who cares? I don't care. Never have cared. So let's check out some other assets here. Let's check out ETH. How's ETH looking? You know, I do have to say, when I take a gander at ETH, when I take a nice gander at ETH here. So we got to fake out of this trend line, guys. We got to fake out of the trend line. And we did, I mean, we did print a pretty gnarly market cipher B bearish divergence here. But we did bounce from key support. So here's what I would say. We obviously have liquidity above this. We obviously have liquidity above this. I would be interested in coming back down to test the historic support right here and getting a move and breaking out and making a new high. That would actually look really nice to me, right? We would have then the, what do they call this thing? A bump and run or something, or an inverted head and shoulders. You know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a trader. What do I know? We might have one of those cool patterns, you know? Yeah, let's check out the weekly on ETH here. So the weekly on ETH is looking like we could really have some more upside. I like the money flow on ETH. The money flow on ETH is looking pretty good. Let's go to the 2-day on ETH. So we have to be aware, we could play just a simple game of red dot, green dot, right? We could get that momentum wave that, you know, this red dot is temporary. Let's go to the daily. So the daily, we did have a bearish divergence here, no doubt. Money flow getting thicker. So far, okay, we did have a bear div here as well. It's hairy. The daily is looking scaly. Let's go to the 4-hour. So the 4-hour looks nice. The 4-hour is also printing a continuation pattern, just like it is for Bitcoin on ETH, all right? So here's what I'm looking at with ETH here. It's actually easier to see it on the 4-hour. We have this zone of support here, going all the way back to August 25th. Support, 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 resistance, resistance, right? As we're printing the continuation pattern, again, what is the continuation pattern? Well, it's this. The bottom is signaled by the good old uneven butt cheek pattern. All right, the big juicy left, the skinny right. And then the continuation pattern is, as the money flow is getting thicker, we print a trigger wave in the same direction, like this. You know? And so we get another move down there. Could look nice. Could look pretty nice. Let's go to the 1-hour. How did that low look? Looked decent. Not so bad. We can clearly see here that if we do get another drop and we start to make this our range here, right, that it could look really nice. You know, money flow continuing to get higher. Yeah, that could look really nice. So what would be a really big sign of weakness for ETH? Because I'd say, you know, it's the same with ETH in the same boat as Bitcoin right now, right? Obviously, losing $4,000, guys, is going to be extremely weak for Ethereum. And the reason why is because $4,000 is the value area high of the macro range here. Just like, I mean, this is even more serious than if Bitcoin loses 120K. If ETH does lose 4,000, then sadly, and I don't want this to be true, but I have to say it, we're looking at coming down to our next target of around $3,000. We lose 3,000, we're coming down to 2,500. You know, that would be an epic fake out, which I don't feel is probable right now. But this is really something that could happen here if we start to lose these key supports. All right. So right now in the low time frame, I'm very interested in a back test of our historic support resistance flip in this range, which is going to be around, let's call it 4,200-ish, right? Let's go ahead and pull our Fibonacci also from the low to the new high we made here. Yep, right around 4,200, right around that level, you know? And I'd say down to actually 4,000, like that's between the golden pocket and the 786, all right? So we could move that box to right here. You know, that's where I'd be looking for a nice bounce from this area. It does kind of suck that we got actually, did we? What actually did happen here? Let's put a horizontal ray on the chart. No. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know. I thought we had taken that high. We didn't even take that high. Why did I think we took that high? I don't know why I thought that. It tricked me out. Optical illusion. Okay, so we did get a fake out of the trend line, but we didn't actually take this high. That's actually a good sign, guys. The fact that we did not take this high is a good sign. The fact that we are building these lower highs above us means, yeah, this is squeezable, right? Once we come up here, we start to break these highs, we're going to start to stop a lot of people out, leading to further short squeeze. All right? How's Bitcoin? It's just chilling out. New York's going to open in about half an hour. I am curious, actually, how does the order flow look for Bitcoin? Let's refresh Market Monkey, my new order flow software. How did it look at this low here? Wow. Okay. We had oh, but then they closed out. We did have a few shorts opening down here. But in general, a lot of those shorts closed out. But one thing I will say is this: in general, this last move down, a lot of people actually shorted in this zone here, which means, yeah, a lot of those shorts have closed out now. So this is pretty much where we find ourselves often in this pre-New York Open environment, which is people are not in the market right now. People are just chilling out. There's low volume. There's low volatility. Nobody is committing to either side right now. Nobody is committing to either side right now. It's totally flat open interest. Basically, over time here, we have seen like this whole chunk of price action here. We saw, you know, a few longs open, but then they closed. And basically a few shorts open, but then they closed. And now we're seeing pretty much just flat action, decrease of open interest. One thing is we're chopping around the VWAP, which means VWAP today is not a good opportunity to get into a trade. You don't want to trade VWAP unless you spent a lot of time and distance above or below it. All right, this is chopping around at fair price for the day. All right, New York's going to open in about half an hour, and then we will probably see some conviction one way or the other. We're probably going to get our move. If I had to guess, I would guess that we're probably going to see a fake out first and then the real move deciding. So if we get a move up first, then we're probably going to get a fake out and then come back down, back to retest the lows. If we get a dump first, be looking for bullish signals, potentially for a higher low or even just taking that low with some bullish signals. All right. Shout out to everyone in the chat here. God bless you all. Shout out to John Blake. He says Sloan is doing them miles. What is the code for today? All right, the code for today, guys, to get some eggs is sailboat. All right, it's sailboat. If you don't know what the code is, if you join my Discord, my free Discord or my paid Discord, you get more eggs if you're in the paid Discord. But we have ourselves this cool thing in the Discord where we give away eggs. What are eggs, you ask? Well, they are things that you earn for participating. So you're participating in this live stream. If you come in here and you go to quests and you click claim and you type in the word sailboat, you will get some eggs, and these eggs are redeemable for prizes, like cash prizes. All right? Cash prizes, you can win USDT, you can win other cool stuff in the Discord. Here we go. This kind of tells you what you can, prizes here. This tells you like what you can kind of win. 1 month of free VIP, $50 giveaway. Then for VIP only, you can get 2 months of VIP, $100 giveaways, $200 giveaways. All right. These are the current prizes that we have right now that you can enter with your eggs for a chance to win. All right. Basically, we're trying to build an ecosystem where people who participate are rewarded for participation. People who participate are rewarded for participation. 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 Shout out to Joe Potter. Participation. What's the... Oh, yeah, okay. Shout out to Depot. And shout out to Sir Ball. Shout out to John Blake. Drones NBF says, I hear we're at the market cycle top. Yeah. Yeah, so historically speaking, y'all, we are at the market cycle top. Historically speaking, we are at the market cycle top. That doesn't mean the high of the price is in. We could always pump higher. But I personally am in the camp that we are at the top in general. And that if we go to a higher time frame, right? If we go to a higher time frame, this is ETH. Let's go back to Bitcoin here. If we go to a higher time frame, like the 2-month time frame, I think that this area is going to be our high. All right. This area is going to be our high, like period, for the cycle, and then we get a significant pullback. How far of a pullback do we get? Up for debate. You know, there's the people who say, BlackRock now and government now, we're never going to see a 70% pullback again. Okay, now I just want to let you know that for the past 3 Bitcoin cycles that I've been in, at the all-time highs, everyone says we're never going to see a big bear market like that again. This time is different. Maybe this time it is different. I don't know. But all I can say is, until it is different, I still have to say I'm expecting a big 70% pullback. Because that's what we've seen every single time. And every single time people said this time is different. And when we take a look at the historical market cycle, which some people say is broken now because of BlackRock and ETFs and all, okay, maybe it is. But if the cycle is going to continue, we can expect a pullback to the Fibonacci 786-886 zone, like we had in 2012, like we had in 2015, like we had in 2019, 2018, like we had in 2022. And that's probably going to put us around a $40,000 Bitcoin. All right, assuming that the top is in now, it's going to be a $40,000 Bitcoin. Assuming we pump up to 150,000, that's going to be in the mid 40s. All right. Let's say it's a super cycle this time. Well, then probably this whole cycle is broken, right? If we're really seeing Bitcoin next year at like 250,000, then I'd say this cycle is broken, okay? If we pump in 2026, the 4-year cycle is broken, meaning it's not respecting the same cycle. But if we top out around this month, next month, December, January, like we have historically, yeah, then we're looking at $40,000 Bitcoin, which I know people probably hate when I say that, but that, like, if we top out now, that is going to be about a 65, 66% pullback. You know, last bull market, we ended up with a 74, 75% pullback. The time before that, we ended up with an 80% pullback. The time before that, we ended up with a 80% pullback. The time before that, we ended up with about a 90% pullback. Now, it gets less every time. So 65% pullback, I'd say that's not so crazy, honestly. It's not so crazy. What is crazy is this, guys. What is crazy is how psychologically manipulative the Bitcoin price is, okay? How, since I've had this YouTube channel, basically, I mean, it's just so crazy to think that, you know, just 5 years ago, Bitcoin was $3,000. $3,000. Oh my goodness. That's so low. We're up almost 4,000% since then. That is crazy. Okay? But it's also crazy to think that just 3 years ago, Bitcoin was $15,000. That is so low. We're up 700% since then. $15,000. $15,000. You have to understand, this is after Bitcoin was $70,000. All right? The psychological torment of somebody who's expecting higher because this time is different a 70% pullback. You know, they had $1,000. Now they have $22, $23. I'm sorry, $200. They had 1,000. They're down 75%. Now they got like $220. That is psychologically damn. It's worth $70,000, losing that much value. It is unfathomable. Just like it's unfathomable down here to think Bitcoin could ever see 100K. Even though we knew it was going to happen, it's just so hard. It's so hard to when you're in this every day, right? And so really, if it's not so crazy to think about a $40,000 Bitcoin. Is it low? Yeah, it's so low. We're $120,000. That's a super low Bitcoin price. But think about it from 15K. That's actually really high. Think about it from 3K. That's actually really high. The fact that we're pulling back to 40K, that's bullish long term, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm still in the camp that we're going to get this big pullback. And could I be wrong? Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing. If we pump in 2026, I'm going to throw away this whole chart. I'm throwing away this whole dang chart. And I'm never going to look at it again. And because I'm going to throw it away and I'll never look at it again, then the market maker will put back the 4-year cycle just to screw with me. Because that's how market makers work. But I'll be honest, I haven't seen anybody else. I have not seen anybody else with this chart. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I have not seen anybody else pull up the market cycles and use the Fibonacci retrace to see it land in that pocket between the 786 to 886 every time. Maybe there is. I'm just not aware of it. All right. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the cycle tops in and around, you know, in around. All right, we got a little bit of time until New York. New York opens. New York. Geo said 30K. If you see from cycle to cycle, you have the first leg retesting. Yeah, so here's why I don't think we're going to hit 30K. All right? Here's why I don't think we're going to hit 30K. The reason why I don't think we're going to hit 30K is because we didn't hit, last time, we didn't hit 13K, which was the first cycle leg up backtest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was waiting for 13K. Everybody was saying we're going to come down to retest that level. All right? But guess what? We didn't. And so now, what did we do though? We bounced from the 786. So now, same deal. Everybody's going to be waiting for 30K. They're like, look, support, resistance, support. Right? If we do hit 30K, we're coming lower. That's my opinion. It is not going to be that easy, guys. It is not going to be that easy. There's no way it's going to be so easy that a 2-year-old could look at the chart and say, support, resistance, support. There's no way. All right, I'm sorry. So either we front run it and we come down to around 40K, where everyone's like, ooh, I'm holding out for 30, you know, or we lose 30K and freak everybody out, and then maybe we come down to take the low, or make a double bottom here at like 25K or something crazy like that. You know, this 2-month order block here. You know, either we front run 30K or we dip below. I would think front run is probably more likely, because here's something else. Bitcoin is a very bullish asset. I think one of the reasons why we front ran this is because people were buying early. I mean, DCAing on the way down. Like, you know, there comes a point where you're like, I mean, myself, I remember when Bitcoin lost 20K, I was irresponsibly buying Bitcoin on spot. Like, irresponsibly buying Bitcoin on spot. Like I basically, like, put a whole... Well, I'm not going to say how much I put in there. It was irresponsible in high... You know, if things had gone wrong, it wouldn't have wrecked me, okay? Let me be clear. I'm never going to put my family in a dangerous situation, all right? I live off-grid. I don't have bills. I would make do. You know. But... it was such a good opportunity under 20K. You're like, man, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. If I'm not buying under 20K, you know, where am I going to buy? And don't get me wrong, I had limit orders, man. I had limit orders on Coinbase that did not get filled. I had limit orders at 10K. I had them at 9K. I even had some crazy limit orders just in case we came down to fill the wick from the COVID dump. I had limit orders down there too that never got filled. But I'm just saying, I think when people start to see Bitcoin under 50, the buying pressure is going to start to be intense here. Even if we range and do nothing for a while, just like what happened back in 2022. I mean, we're pretty much like 2022. You know, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of nothing. We could have that again, and then boom, right? Bear markets are really where the money's made, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, the easy money is made in the bear market. The easy money is made in the bear market. The hard money is made in the bull market. And that's serious. That's serious stuff. The stressful money is made in the bull market. Because if it's a bull market, Bitcoin, the gains aren't really that good. I mean, unless you really did buy 30K or below, you know, the gains are not that substantial. So you have to like gamble on these stupid meme coins and try and get in early and time things right. Should I sell? Should I hold? And then in like 2 hours, you're up $1 million. Now you're up like $200, and you're like, should I sell it or should I hold? But the bear market, you just buy stuff on spot and then hold it. You know, especially Bitcoin, I'm telling you, I mean, that's where the easy, relaxed money is made. And then you just got to sell in the bull market. It was hard. I'll be honest with you guys. It was difficult for me to sell Bitcoin at 60K, at 80K, at 100K, at 120K because of all the hype and the rumors of super cycles and all this. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I do love Bitcoin, though. And here's the thing. I still do think that we're going to see a real altcoin season this cycle. All right? I'm still in that camp. And I'll be in that camp until Bitcoin's making lower lows on the weekly and we haven't seen altcoins pump. Then I'll say I was wrong. And unfortunately, the money that I have in ETH and Chainlink and Cardano and Solana and AVAX and Matic, it's never going to make me any money. Or maybe it will, but maybe not this cycle, you know? Maybe it will, but maybe not this cycle. Straight Brit now. I've got an awful British accent. Gold and silver are no-brainers, just buy. Yeah. Honestly, same with Bitcoin. Like, I have a friend who's like, when should I buy Bitcoin? People say the audio is going in and out. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe it's my internet. Let's check the stream health here. Lex says excellent condition. Bitcoin's trying to get a little bit of a move up here. Yeah, I told my friend, like, he's like, when should I buy Bitcoin? I said, bro, honestly, if you just put like a little bit of money into Bitcoin every month, long term, you're gonna be good. Same with gold and silver. You know, same with gold and silver. Shout out to Crypto Coons, God bless you. Shout out to Tales from the Crypto, God bless you. Yeah, DCA and chill, honestly. Like, if you can do it in a downtrend, that's the best. But if you don't want to pay any attention to the Bitcoin charts at all, honestly, I feel like if you don't want to pay any attention at all to the Bitcoin charts, DCA and chill is totally fine, honestly. Historically, everyone who bought the all-time high is in profit right now. If they bought 69,000 in 2021, everyone who bought 20,000 in 2018 is in profit. Everybody who bought 3,000 the cycle before that is in profit. You know, let's check out the order flow. New York's going to open in about 15 minutes. We had this little spike up, but the reason why is we had some longs open up. 98 million, actually, I'm sorry, 21 million. It's hard to see what color this stuff is because I'm wearing these red light glasses, these blue light glasses here. These blue light glasses. Guys, I have to take a mean piss right now, all right? I'll be right back. Watch the chart for me, okay? And in fact, here, let's see. We'll get a little Jason Casper while I'm gone here. You know? Yeah, watch the chart for me, guys. Whew, man. Whew, man. I just lost like 27 pounds taking that pee. I'm telling you. All right, people say the audio is good. The audio is good. The audio is fine. Yeah. You can trade anywhere wearing YTV you want. Not sure what you mean there, my friend. Yeah, even Bitcoin's frozen. Does he wash the hands? I did not this time, guys. I did not wash my hands this time, alright? Look, I didn't touch anything, alright? I pee like this. You guys know, I let it fly wherever it goes, alright? My wife will take care of that, alright? That's how I teach my sons to pee, too. I say, look, sons, when you pee, don't even aim that thing, alright? Just, and shake your hips around side to side, too. You know? And I also teach them the game where you pee, and you every second take a step back away from the toilet farther and farther, and see how far away you can get it and pee in the toilet, okay? Now the problem is when the pee stream gets weak, you leave a trail on the floor. But that's okay, that's what moms are for, right? That's what moms and wives are for, right? Isn't that why you got married, guys? So your wife could clean your urine because you pee like this? Oh, yeah. That's why I got married. Of course, I didn't tell my wife this until like our 10th anniversary, and then it all clicked in her head. The light bulb went off. She's like, "Oh, I get it now. I get it now." Yeah, exactly. If you keep your pee-pee clean, then it's all good, right? No one wants a dirty pee-pee. Am I wearing my Depends today? I guess I'm not. But I've got them. Here's a Depends diaper here. I've got them. You know? This TA live stream is brought to you by Depends. Never get liquidated again with maximum absorbency and long-lasting dryness. This man has a plan. He's not chasing price. He waits for price to come to his level, hence the confidence. Nobody walks around with a hand on their hip with this kind of smile wearing underwear in public unless they're very confident in their trading plan. Link in the description. 10% back. Drink a small coffee, pee 10% more into your adult diaper. Depends. And now back to our regular programming. Boom! Let's see, what is going on? What other stuff do we want to check out, guys? Pop some coins into the dang description. Alright? Pop some coins into the dang description. Not description, the chat. What should we look at? What should we look at? While we await this New York Open here. While we wait for New York to open over here, what are we looking at today over here? You know. By the way, guys, I gotta remind you, KCEX having the $21,000 promotion over here with the lowest fees in the world. Literally, you could mark it in, mark it out, paying such low fees. 0% maker, 0.01% taker. WEEX, also extremely low fees. Using my link, they give you super low fees, plus the 50% future bonus. All right. Also, the Casper Crew, where we give the setup, let you know that we've taken it. Where we give the setup, let you know that we've taken it. All right. We literally gave the short from the high, the long from the low in the VIP Discord, JasonCasperTrading.com, where myself and other instructors are doing the same thing every single day, multiple times a day. Also, guys, if you know how to trade but you don't have money, check out Klein funding. Because we have 25% and 15% discounts on these funded accounts that run on Bybit. All right, Instant Pro accounts, you don't even need to pass a challenge. 15% discounts. You can start trading with a $50,000 account today for about $1,000. All right? It's actually a good deal. Let's see what else you guys have in the description. We just did check ETH. Do I do cold plunge? No, I don't even know how to do that. How do people get such cold water? All right, let's check out Chainlink on the 5-day. Oh, wait. We'll check out Chainlink, Crypto Sam. But first, let's check out AERO. Okay, it's pumping. It's pumping, they say. Look at the chart. Yeah, it's pumping a little bit. Let's go to the 1 minute. The 1 minute's giving us a little bit of a pump on Bitcoin here. Let's check it out. We have some longs coming in. That's why we have 37 million longs coming in. Look at this big longs coming in here, and we've even got some shorts. I mean, we've got a little spike in volume here. 10 minutes pre-New York Open. All right, let's check out AERO real quick. Then we'll check out Chainlink. AERO in a nice little stair-steppy kind of thing here. Looks like super squeezable. We're coming back to backtest. Actually, AERO looks pretty good, I'll be honest right now, because we have this, man, I wish we had some nicer bull divs here, which we don't. But we have this support resistance flip here. And this is key support. We could see this squeeze and break out of this falling wedge, right? It's looking pretty nice that we're back testing this historic support resistance flip. Let's check out Link. Said the 5-day looks good. So in general, this is like a trading plan for Link, which is a 4-to-1 risk reward. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Buying Link now, assuming we come up to $75, is 4.5 times more upside than downside. Assuming that we don't break $9. We have bullish market structure. I don't see why the 5-day looks super bullish right now, to be honest with you. Let's check out the week. The week looks pretty nice. Money flow thickening. Let's check out our 2-day. The 2-day looks pretty nice. We've got a nice kind of trigger wave here. Continued money flow momentum. Let's pull the fixed range volume profile of this. Look at that. We're back testing the value area high of the range. Yeah, this is nice looking. This is bullish. Now, going on the narrative that we're gonna see like a bull market, altcoin season at the end. You know, this is a nice place. You know, this is a nice place. Now, of course, if we hold POC of this range, right? Assuming a $75,000 chain link, which I think that's conservative, man. I mean, we are talking, you know, 40% higher than previous all-time highs. I mean, that's a 6-to-1 risk reward on spot at least. All right, so Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a, trying to get a little bit of a move up. We've got 7 minutes till New York opens here. 7 minutos. Just added more link yesterday. I think that's good. Rate cut this month is guaranteed. Yeah, I heard Jerome Powell spoke yesterday. Shout out to Tommy, Steven. God bless you. Litecoin and Zcash. Man, Litecoin and Zcash. You guys are taking me back to 2017. Young Kings, WLD. All right, let's take a look at WLD. Okay, so here's the thing. You know, this is a plan that I've had here. I personally am not invested in WLD. But, I mean, this, you know, when we broke that trend line, we're saying this is a valid plan here. And I'd say this plan is still valid. I say this plan is still valid. This is log scale. So let's go ahead and pull our range. Okay, so we are below right now the value area high. So I would say, like, for me, coming back down to backtest 97 cents, that is going to be a very key support resistance flip, you know. And although I'd say even now is not necessarily a bad time, look, I am not invested in this coin, just so you know. I'm just telling you what the chart says. So I just want to let you guys know, whatever I say here does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. All right. Bitcoin, ETH, Chainlink, that does affect me. This does not. All right. I have no intention of buying wild coin. But I do recognize the fact that from here, upside potential is almost 900%. All right. Which means even if we get in here, assuming the low is in, all right, there's still 16 times more upside than downside, right? You put $1 in here, you risk $1 to make 16 bucks. Put 1,000 here to make 16K if we hit the all-time high. And this is a bullish pattern in a bull market with bullish momentum and money flow. All right. Again, not financial advice, but if you're looking for things to invest in, now I don't know what Wildcoin even is, but if you have any reason to be bullish fundamentally on this, you think to yourself, well, because I'm bullish fundamentally, I'm looking for a good entry on this, because potentially if we come back down again to like the 97-cent zone, potentially I could throw $1,000 in here and come out with 25 grand. You know, this is objectively speaking a chart that you would be interested in. When you have bullish signs at support in a bull market with high upside potential and low downside potential, you think to yourself, well, I could risk very little and potentially make very much. I mean, that's really what investing's about, right? How little can I risk while making the most possible? You know? So it does look nice from the chart. Litecoin. Mamma mia. I like the coin. We'll take a look at the Litecoin. Oh man, we are breaking out of key resistance here, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Litecoin. Man, this is looking good. Okay. Let's just keep a quick eye on Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, Chop City, man. Chop City. 3 minutes till New York. 3 minutos up until New York. So here's the deal with Litecoin. We are breaking out of the range value area high. We have bullish weekly momentum, bullish weekly money flow. We bounced from the box of support that we've had on our chart literally since last year. And here's going to be the real make it or break it moment for Litecoin. A move above these highs, okay? Because one thing is for certain here, we have a lot of stop losses above these highs. 1, 2, 3. We're already above this one, so that's a good sign. Money flow looks good. But yeah, I'd say something like this could be the next opportunity now for a long on Litecoin. Holding above the value area high, we have to understand this is going all the way back to 2018. Now, I really am bad at math, okay? I didn't graduate high school. The last time I was in high school, I actually walked out of my math class and never went back to that school ever in my life. So that shows you how good I am at math. But 2018 to 2025, that's a lot of years, man. All right, I did take enough math to know 2018 to 2025. I mean, that is some years. So that's how important this resistance is. And so really for Litecoin, look at this. I'd say that this is like a valid long idea. And really, I see no reason why we can't shoot for all-time highs or potentially the target of this triangle, which is going to be a $583 Litecoin, which could give us a really, really, really nice long from the support resistance flip. Value area high back test. You know, that could be nice. And the way I got that target is just by doing the measured move of the triangle here. The measured move of the triangle, right? It is forming a massive triangle from 2017. We got 8 years of triangulation here. All right, New York is officially open for business. And it looks like we're starting with a dump. Let's see. Okay, New York is officially open here. Market cipher B, money flow coming out here. You know, we lose this level, guys, and we're probably going to dump. All right, we lose this level and we're probably going to dump. It's not looking good. Oh, man. CDW can't be true. CDW can't be true. Oh, man, look at this. Bearish div, bearish money flow. All right. Looking like we could come down a bit here, guys. Looking like we could come down a bit. And if we do, we know what we're looking at, right? We're going to pull our range. Looks like we're coming down. Looks like we're coming down. I would be quite interested in the Val mixed with the GP zone here. This high volume node. We got a high volume spike right here, 120.6. going to be our zone of interest to add to a trade. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see actually how the order flow looked there. Ooh, decrease of OI. Longs long at the top. Wow. Oh my goodness. 50 million. Look at this. We got longs opening up here. Long in the top. People long in the breakout. Bad move. Bad move. Bad move. Bad move, guys. Come on. It's the top longers that are making this happen. The top longers that are making this happen here. Sheesh. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Oh my goodness. Silly top longers. Now we got the bear divs coming in. We got the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boo pattern coming in here on market cipher B. All right. Price is getting higher to key resistance. Sam Bankman-Fried getting lower. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Big dirty perp. Big dirty perp coming in to give you the herp. All right, so far though, we're holding this VA. We lose this VA, we're coming straight down. We lose 121.762, we're coming straight down to 121.275, baby. I have to say I'm bearish locally here. All right, I have to say I am bearish locally here. This is a classic New York Open short setup. All right, we have the money flow coming out, we have the momentum coming down. All right. I'd say we're going to lose this level. That 6-minute red dot is going to shoot us down here. All right. That's my bias in the moment here. My in the moment bias. 12-minute money flow coming out. The 6 minutes is really what's getting me bearish here. Now, look, I could be wrong, and I am not shorting this, by the way. I am not shorting this. I'm in no new trades right now. I am in no new trades right now. Just so everyone's clear. All right? I am looking for downside so that I can long, but I am not looking to short this right now. Okay? I'm hoping for downside so I can long. That's my plan right now. All right? But so far, we're unable to make a higher high. Let's see if we close this 6-minute candle below the level. 5-minute candle. Going to confirm in 25 seconds. We have 25 seconds on the 5-minute chart here before we confirm this 5-minute red dot. Let's go back to Market Monkey. Let's go to our 1-minute time frame here. We don't see anything happening. We got shorts and longs opening. Whoop, we close the candle above. Maybe we see more upside. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, is that it? Is that it? Is that the drop? That's the drop? Can't be. Can't be. Can't be. That's really the drop, huh? That's it? We just come back front run value area high? That's it? We don't liquidate all these longs? That long's the top? All right. Time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Man, I wish I could do the pump song, Daniel. But sadly, my audio doesn't work. You know? Let's check out XRP on the 1 hour. Where's XRP? I don't think we're out of the woods yet with this, guys. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to set an alert in case we pump. And I'll set an alert in case we dump. Here we go. XRP on the 1 hour. Looks like nothing, honestly. But the market cipher looks good if that's what you're talking about. The market cipher looks good. I mean, the money flow cross looks nice. And obviously, if we break out of this resistance, we could see some significant follow through. Follow through, les significant. All right, let's get back to our 6 minute here. Let's get back to our 5 minute here. Man, that 5 minute red dot playing games with us. That is wild, man. That is wild. I wish we could sing the pumps. Drop City, says somebody. Can you check out Caspa on the daily? Is XRP sustainable? I don't know. Like, are you talking like fundamentally? I'm not sure. What were we gonna look at? Is it time for a new computer? No, it's not the computer that makes my audio. It's something with my streaming software. Man, we are pumping, baby. Okay. We're making new highs. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are pumping, baby. I wish I could sing the pump song, man. I wish I could sing the pump song. Man, it's a good thing I took that long yesterday. It's a good thing we took that long in the Casper crew. At JasonCasperTrading.com. We took the short. Let everyone know. Gave the long setup. Let everyone know. Man, look at that. Look at that. Only in the Casper crew, baby. Short the top, long the bottom. That's how we roll. JasonCasperTrading.com. I'm trading over here on KCEX. Best deal on fees. 21% bonus on KCEX. 0% limit order. 0.01% spot. Market, I mean. Great deal on fees. Trading on WEEX. Trading on WEEX. 50% futures bonus on WEEX. These exchanges are offering some good deals, man. Okay. Wow. This is called a short. Wow. So look at this, man. We had a lot of shorts opening up here, and now they're under the water, and they're still open. We have even more shorts opening up. People are shorting. People are shorting this. We've got longs opening up too. Longs opening and shorts opening. I'd say this is a recipe for more upside for at least locally now. Look at that. Let's see where our next resistance is. Wow, we're above the POC of the range, guys. Okay. This is wild. We're above the POC of the range. Let's go ahead and pull a new golden poquete. Yeah, that's my target. 124K is my target now. Value area high. That's my target on this long trade, my next target. Let's see. I have 124.355 as my next target. What do you think? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? I mean, we're above the POC of the range here. We're above POC of the range. Let's see. Let's see. Let's pull a trend line here, actually. You know, we can't ignore this. My treadmill stops automatically after 100 minutes, guys. Wow, I just got an alert from WEEX. This is another reason why I want to trade on WEEX. It'll let me know if Bitcoin is surging. Look at this. Bitcoin is surging. That's what I like to see, baby. That's what I like to see. Bitcoin is surging. Shout out to Divine Hood and shout out to R Pink. They gave a signal. Yeah, they always give you that signal immediately after it happens. It's really nice. Near pumping finally. Let's check out Near. Wow. Is it pumping really, or is it just still in the range, honestly? I think it's just still in the range, but obviously we break out this. Which I say we have broken out and we're kind of backtesting. This actually does look really nice, actually, for Near. This does look nice for Near. This looks nice. Ooh, this looks nice, man. Bullish div on the weekly. Breakout and backtest of the trend line. That does look nice for Near. Man, that does look nice. That does look pretty nice. NGL. NGL. It looks nice. You know, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Aren't I scared it being a Friday? Scared of what? Scared of what? I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nothing. Shout out to R Pink, he says, the Lord is my shepherd. Amen. Shout out to Daniel, he says, what's up, my Jewish Cuban friend? You a Juban? Yeah, I'm a Jubin. I'm a Jubin. I'm a Jubin. But my Jewishness is from, not from Spain, it's from actually Italy. My Cubanness is from Spain. I know that my Cubanness goes back, as far as I know, to Spain. My Jewishness goes back to Italy. Italy. What am I looking at right now, Sinley? I'm just playing old video of the pump song. Yeah, I guess you're right. But it looks like we're getting a little bit of a dump here, right? Yeah, maybe I should play a video of the pump song. Oof. Look at that. Hard rejection back below the POC. That is not what we want to see for Bitcoin, man. Let's see if we hold this POC. This is either a flip into support. This is key, man. Yeah, this is key. All right, we'll have to get a pump song going on here, all right? We'll have to get an old video of the pump song. We got the remix. Let's see. The first pump song after $100,000. I think this is what we need. Another 80,000 long on Bitcoin over on MEXC, guys. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. This has literally been the most profitable month of trading in my life. Shout out to T in the chat. Hang on, I gotta get the screen right here. We need the pump song. Here's the thing. I'm scared to do the pump song because I don't know. Are we gonna keep pumping? What do you guys think? You know, I kind of FOMO'd into this live stream a little bit. So let's take a poll. Let's take a poll in the live stream. Are we going to continue to pump, or are we going to get a little bit of a pullback here? This is a very, very crazy move. We have 100,000 longs popping right in. Shout out to Sudeep. Shout out to Adrian. We need the pump song. Yeah, you know what? What the heck? What the heck? We'll do the pump song. Let's take a poll right now. We keep pumping. Looks like we're not going to pump, but we'll do the pump song anyway to see if we can fix it. Yeah, we'll do a pump song. Why not? Why not do the pump song? Why not do the pump song? Here we go, baby. We're about to pump the Bitcoin. All right. Guaranteed to pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K, but you know what? We're already there, so we don't want to pump it to 100K. We want to pump it to 200K right now. All right? Better get the plungers. Check one, check two. Check one, check two. I think we can. We're dumping, man. $105,000. 105. That's crazy. Let's pump. All right. I'm gonna set a take profit there. I don't even know how to do it. Alright. Here we go, baby. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump, baby. Here we go. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah. Alright, baby, here we go. Let's pump. Alright, we are pumping this Bitcoin, man. We broke out the resistance. We're going faster and faster, higher and higher. There's no stopping this Bitcoin, baby. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Alright guys, I want to see what you guys have to say in the chat right now. In the poll, are we gonna keep pumping? Or are we gonna dump? Let's see the poll results here. I can't see the poll results. It doesn't show anything. Something's weird with the poll. But it looks like we're getting another blue candle. I think we need to put on the Pikachu hat to help us get a better view of the chart. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Man, even ETH is pumping. ETH is pumping now, baby. ETH is pumping. Here we go. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, oh my. Shout out to Joe Rydell, bro. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump. No, we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah! We're pumping Bitcoin, baby. Yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin, baby. Yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin. Yeah, we're pumping Bitcoin. Yeah, we gonna dump. Yeah, we're gonna pump. Yeah, we gonna... All right. All right, so obviously the pump song didn't work. Obviously we did get a fake out of the highs. It just took a little bit longer here. We're coming down to the VWAP. This is our first area of support. If not, we're coming back down to the low of the range where I will be looking to add to my long trade. Yeah, man. Wow. Talk about a crazy dump. That is crazy. So we're at our first support here, guys, which is the VWAP. And we have some people shorting this, so VWAP's trying to give us a little bit of a bounce here. If we can't bounce from the VWAP, we're going to take the low and potentially come down to this area where we will have some nice looking bullish divergence. Man, talk about a dump city. You know, this is really not good though, considering the fact that New York gave us a fake pump and now dumping. You know, it's rare that we get two fake outs upon New York Open. So it might take a little bit of time before we come down for the lows. But man, let's check out our 6-minute market saver. The money flow is definitely bearish here. Man, look at that fake out. That's why it's so important to short the exact top. Set up, get in advance in real time, and long the exact bottom. Set up, get in advance in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, jscalpertrade.com. That way you don't get chopped up because you're trading the key levels. We're literally back to where we were when we started this stream. This is where we were when we started the stream. We're all the way back. Alright, we're trying to hold the VWAP. Let's pull the range. Oof. Oof. Man, look at that loss of VA. I say we're going to Val. Lose the VA, we go to Val, man. Lose the VA, we go to Val. Well, I guess our take profit at 24,355 is not in the, not looking like it's not going to happen here. All right. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. There has to be an incentive manipulation. Guys, this is not manipulation. We're literally just chopping around in this little range here, right? It's funny how, like, we've had, like, over the course of the last few days, we've had a 5% move down. And then over the course of the last day, we've had a 2.5% move up. But that's this one wick, everyone's shouting manipulation. It's not manipulation. It's just New York market open. The CDW didn't happen as quick as we were expecting it to, right? But it's just, this is just normal. This is honestly just normal. This is normal Bitcoin price action. This is absolutely normal. We're literally back where we were. We started this stream right here. We started the stream here, and we're literally back to where we were. This is, we're in the same spot. This is not manipulation. This is just, we're back to where we were. We had to move up on, in general, a decrease of open interest. And then look at what happened. Move up weak because it's a decrease of open interest. There's no real buying coming in. We start to get a little bit of a move down, and then all of a sudden, what do we see? We see a massive amount of shorts opening up here. And then the short money pushed the price down. And now, actually, let's see, because if we can reclaim 121.7, we will have quite a few shorts trapped underwater there. And this is the VWAP. So let's see what happens here, okay? This is our first support. I'd say it's actually probably more likely we come down lower simply because we've been chopping around VWAP all day. But we're definitely seeing shorts shorting here, so if we start to get a little bit of a move back up, we will have shorts underwater, and then we could continue to the upside there. But yeah, I'd say it makes sense, having just taken all the highs, that now we take all the lows, right? That makes the most sense to me. This is where I am going to be waiting still for my long. My plan has not changed at all in this move here, because this move is really, when we zoom out, is a nothing move, right? I'm interested in adding to long trades at 120.7 or below. That's kind of my plan for today right now. Oh, I tried to call him, but he didn't answer. Okay, it's good to know. Talk to text, guys. That's the way to do it. Looks like my uncle's coming to visit today. Shout out to Uncle Larry from Seattle, Washington. All right, so it looks like we're coming up toward that level where we will have a lot of long strapped here. Let's see what happens. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. What is going on, bro? God bless you. Oh my goodness. So far, all I said was BS, says Stefman. Well, it is really hard to say things, considering the fact that I'm a fake trader or just a YouTuber. Here for the views and the clicks. So yeah, everything I say is complete BS, like 100%. But very few can see it, except for you. You're the only one, Stefman, 1983, who can see through the BS. You know? So congratulations, man. I feel like you should win something for that. Stefman should win something for that. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm going to head out because it's 10 o'clock. God bless you all in Jesus' name. May you be blessed. I do pray sincerely that you and your family are super blessed. Shout out to the Casper crew, where we have successfully shorted the top, setup given in advance, entry given in real time, long the bottom, setup given in advance, entry given in real time. Shout out to KCEX with the lowest fees, $21,000 bonus potential. Shout out to WEEX with the 50% future bonus. And shout out to CryptoFace. I got to shout out CryptoFace, Market Cypher. Shout out to all the other crypto YouTubers, traders out there coming on here every single day for the TA and the good times. May the Lord bless you and your families. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And Lord willing, I will see you guys next week. Peace.